layers here and here. Now they're showing a little bit further along where it's easier to see. This represents the yolk sac down over here. This is the endoderm. This is the ectoderm over here with the amnion. That little blip coming off over there is the allantois, right? You've got a body stalk forming over here. That body stalk came from the extraembryonic mesodermal cells. What happens is the cells that were lining this old yolk sac and the old amnion, those start to proliferate. They come over here and they line up with our old trophoblast and they make this new chorion. So chorion is where the old trophoblast reinforced where the extraembryonic mesoderm used to be. We have more of the extraembryonic mesoderm wrapping around the yolk sac here, and then the amnion over here, and also forming that little continuation, which is going to be the umbilical stalk or the body stalk. While we're at it, you can see these little villi structures coming out here. These are actually the spaces that developed within that syncytial trophoblast. So initially lacuna, they eventually become sinusoids. Maternal blood pools over here inside of these things. And so we have veins draining it, we have arteries delivering blood into it. So what we have are lots of surface area over here for the exchange of gases, nutrients, vitamins, minerals, hormones, all of that stuff. Now right now we're relying pretty much on diffusion all the way throughout this entire structure. So far so good.
There's no mesoderm on that one?
Huh?
There's no mesoderm in that one?
No, they haven't really shown any mesoderm in this yet. They'll show mesoderm over here in this dark line. So the yellow represents the true endoderm. This kind of pink stuff out over here represents the true ectoderm. And that dark kind of almost like an olive green color over here is the true mesoderm that came from that primitive knot and the primitive streak, which would have been back over on that portion over here of the embryo. And at this point, they're just showing you that rod that runs down the middle of the back line, so that's actually where the notochord is. Yeah? You can see the allantois is better developed over here. So the yolk sac is quite well developed down over here. The mouth end is going to be over here. The anus end is going to be down over here. You can also start to see how this region, which is that region, is becoming more highly specialized. So again, the red over here, this rich kind of a cherry red color, represents all that pooled blood from mom. And then you can see where all these little chorionic villi are up over here. So these things represent those blood vessels which are outside the embryo, the extraembryonic blood vessels running up through here. Everybody with me so far? Mm-hmm. And then, can I have that last one, please, Rebecca? Thank you. We're quite a bit farther over here at this point. So now you can see how this yolk, which was this stuff here, how that's becoming incorporated over here. Our whole baby is basically tubed up like this. And if anybody says it looks like a human baby, you got a lot of imagination, except at a very, very sort of an early stage, okay? But you can see where the heart bulge is here. We've got somites over here. See where the branchial arches are over here. And now you can see a well-developed placenta forming over here. And with this well-developed placenta, we become less and less dependent on these chorionic villi up over here. So this chorionic villi, this is your amnion. The amnion is going to come along and fuse with that. And we have that fused part. It's just going to simply be called an amnion again. So it's going to expand all the way around like that. You're worried about your decidua capsularis, which is this piece out over here. Decidua, did that wrong. It's this piece over here. Decidua capsularis is over here on that side. Okay, capsularis here, physalis is here. And that's as far as that series of models take you. And we do have that